Ready?
Yeah, it's just funny little things.
After 20 takes, we are ready to go. I'm here with Zach. What's up,
Sorry,
Zach?
it's been a struggle. Yeah.
What time did you get here?
man?
What time did you get here?
Oh my god, like
5:30.
5:30.
You got here
Yeah, like
at
just after
5:30, and it is now
9:40.
9:40. Technical problems.
We're
and
here.
Issues. I updated my fucking firmware like an idiot. I went and had everything all rigged in a really specific way.
No gas in it.
And once you upgrade to new fucking firmware, it's just.
Surprise,
Anyway,
motherfucker.
yeah, surprise, motherfucker. You know that I'm fucking someone up. I mean, I'm gonna go. But anyway, Zach,
Anthony.
tell me about yourself before we get into it. I know from what I know you're a great local musician, guitar player, jack of all trades in music.
Pretty much, yeah. Jack of all trades, repairman, likes to tinker, just build shit. You know, bit of a nerd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one and the same.
Right.
That's pretty much what I like to do too. So we met each other at Sam Ash, right? You were saying?
Yeah, like 5
I feel
years
like
ago
you
now.
remember that more vividly than I do. So tell me about that, because I do remember meeting you at Sam Ash, but you know
Yeah,
it's
it was
been a
Sam
while.
Ash. I think you worked in the guitar part. You were like a repair dude or something. There
Yeah,
another
yeah.
bigger guy there, dude.
I ran the
Yeah,
repair
he
section
was
at
there
Sam
with
Ash,
you, and then
Clearwater.
when he left, he was also there too. You and the same guy had been there,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just going in there all the time, seeing you there, and just like picking up stuff and like tuning and playing with shit and asking questions about like repairs and changing out pickups, and you're just like, hey, this is kind of advanced stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this is all shit I can do by myself, man. Like, I'm a technician by trade, and I'm like, you know,
Right.
Mama didn't raise a quitter, you know, your shit's broken, you're gonna fix this shit out, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we ain't got no money for this hammer down shit for you to just break it.
so it was that kind of
Yeah, and then
mentality.
and then we eventually crossed over to Guitar Center, which
Yeah.
is you know where we reconnected again, and as things have gone by, we decided we wanted to do a podcast together, so we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And our first topic of the day today, we want to talk about something that a lot of people they talk in person, and I feel like they talk trash about it a lot, but they don't do much about it. Just the state of music today, and like, tell me what you think about the general state of music and the rock metal scene in general. You know what I mean? And in regards to, is rock dead? Is metal dead? As far as, influencers and just paid advertising, pay for followers on Facebook, you know what I mean? Doing things like that, paid promotion, paid tickets. You got to pay for everything.
Yeah. All events and that are promoted, or like, under Pepsi and Coke, like, okay, like Super Bowl, like halftime show. That's been a big thing. And everyone that's played for like the past like 5 years, like they ask, what was it, Usher? And they're like, oh, who would you want to see there? And he straight up looked and he's like, Metallica. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
And then you think about it, it's like, Metallica's never been there. Creed was there. Michael Jackson. It's like, we did a back and forth for the longest time. And it's what, Super Bowl 60 something now. So it hasn't been like the longest time, but it's always been like a back and forth thing. I'm like, where's promotion for other things?
Yeah.
And even holidays and just like,
I feel like it should be like the
you
flip
see.
side, like the big guys like should be paying to play rather than the fucking little guys playing to pay almost, you know what I mean? It's
No, like, and if you pick up your phone, like, I'll show you, just going up to like Apple Music or Spotify, go to Apple Music and you just go to like right here, search, and you see everything that's there. First thing you see, hits, classic rock, metal, and then you go to home, library, and then you just go like general, like, I'm trying to find where it is. The first things you see aren't rock.
Yeah,
it's
rock.
all love, feel good, chill. I have to scroll all the way to the bottom to find the rock stuff now.
Yeah. It's a lot, and a lot of like rock and metal and such is just like it's turning a lot of pop influences now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like everyone's trying to be poppy. I don't mean that by like Poppy, like the band. I do like Poppy the band, but like, you know what I mean? Like everyone wants to incorporate pop into their rock and progressive metal and gent and all that kind of stuff. And they're all trying to go a little bit more that route.
And it's following like the same like 4-chord progression.
Yeah,
the,
the golden rule.
Like kick and everything. And it's like, hey, we're all just going to follow this same like format. Like, hey, you can copy my homework, but just don't make it look like the same thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, everyone wants to hate on a thing. Like we were talking about. And I'm gonna say it, and it's like I'm a big fan. I love Ghost and to Tobias Forge. Like I am so proud of you, man, and the empire you've built in that. But again, it's one of those things people debate on. They're like, is that really metal?
Yeah.
And like Sleep Token, and I'm like,
Yeah.
they're a band that I have
know,
not
but-
listened to a lot of either. But Ghost I like. Like I said, there's live lists to listen to every single thing that's come out.
I was
and I'm
obsessed with Sleep Token for like a year, and it was when like the Offering and stuff came out, and that next album
was that the TikTok famous viral one that was going crazy?
Yeah,
Lovey Romance.
yeah, dude, I
Like
love that
everyone
album.
at least knows or like has heard it.
It's like breakup boy music. This is the way I like to do it. It's like baby,
Like everyone's
just
saying
listen to
Slipknot
this
is like
song.
boy
This
band,
is-
like chick, metal and that.
Yeah,
at one
yeah.
point. And then I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
And I heard that out left field. I'm like, Slipknot is angry girl, and it's like think about their words, and like it could be like an angry girl in her period or something. I'm like, what? And I'm like, you don't come.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I'm like, okay.
Well, those are the real ones. But I don't know. I've been in the music scene long enough to know about like paying to play. Believe me, I've had to sell. I've been in numerous bands where I've had to sell tickets just in order to be able to play the show. You know what I mean? Like, for
The
example,
commitment beyond like it being music, or
Yeah.
you like caring enough to like do it anymore.
Right,
It's like
yeah.
this for like the 5-10 minutes you're there, and there's so much I've done too where I would like put out time and everything to be at a show and everything. I was getting paid in that, but it was like none of it was me playing my stuff or actually doing
right? Yeah.
things. It was just, hey, you're doing this for like this thing, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just kind of puppeteer and like.
Yeah. You're there to make sure that bodies get in the venue rather than actually.
And you're making sure shit's ran. You're like making sure this is connected. And the fun thing of gear hookup and being the tech and being that nerd
Yeah.
side, be like, oh, we're gonna do this stuff because
Mm-hmm.
you do have the biggest brain and overall mindset. Like you could run all this stuff.
Yeah.
You could one day.
Yeah. Maybe.
I see a future in you, kid.
Yeah.
But for right now, get your bitch ass under the table and connect that mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're getting handed like $100, $50 bill. It's like, and you're just like.
You fucking plug the XLR in.
All right, it's plugged in.
Yeah. It kind of makes me think about.
All right, hit it. Spacebar. There we go. We're playing. It was that easy.
But I was thinking too, like I'm wondering how AI is going to affect like. I mean, it's already involved in the music industry in general, but how it's going to affect like.
Gonna pop now. Like
Yeah.
I think it's reached a point where people are like, it's only going to automate so much. And it's not.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, are they going to try to do it like imagine a sound guy, AI sound guy.
Heard, though, that's been oddly good. That gets me some remix stuff and some stuff that I hear that I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't like.
Yeah,
have
I
an
know.
ear for
We've
liking
used
that,
my guitarist
out of
and I
respect
have
to, like whoever or like who it's not
Yeah.
even just like a mashup or something. Like one was like a jazz soulful rendition of "How You Remind Me" by Nickelback,
yeah.
but it sounded very much like a chocolate love.
You remind me.
This is how you remind me. Oh. It's just a soulful, just felt like I'm just like, whoa, who's that covered? And it was just, I'm like,
Yeah.
it took longer than it was for me to realize like this is not a real person.
I know. Well, there's an app called Landar that you can take your music from your DAW and your raw files and put it in, and it'll master it
My
for
phone has
an
AI
AI.
and that built in.
And
I can plug anything in. You can pull up your Google and just be like, Google, make this.
Yeah, please.
And you can say anything and be like,
Make it
I want
for
to
me.
see this. And the thing, like, I've heard, family members and friends and that, people I've spoken to about it, and, a concern I have is kids taking this and that. And the way anyone can mimic anything, even people that are gone, real or not. And one of them was like kids showing other girls and like people naked.
Yeah.
And whether it could be vivid or like on point or not based off a real image, but it's just like the likeness and that. And I'm like, that's close enough.
Yeah.
I could fuck with someone.
Yeah.
And-
Just the image rendering and everything.
Yeah, and like at first, taking it the value of like, I think the biggest main one was the Tupac hologram in Coachella like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was, everyone was
Yeah.
like, dude, is that fucking Tupac Shakur on stage?
Yeah, that's when
everyone freaked
that's
out.
when people
Everyone's
start
like, what?
freaking out about that. Yeah, they're actually seeing it.
And then
and
Freddie
Michael
Mercury,
Jackson,
yeah,
Freddie
and he started
Mercury.
doing the thing up there. and they've made songs and stuff with that like filled in, and the Beatles.
Yeah, and people
They
go
did
and see
something
it.
like that, right? Like, didn't Paul and Ringo? They did something where they filled John and
they're
them
doing it
for
in
an
the
extra
Sphere
song.
in Las Vegas too. They're doing like the Jimi Hendrix experience where they're he's gonna be fucking there on hologram and like it's like.
How much of this is like Futurama or a cartoon?
I know.
Where it's called Museum of Heads. And you go in and it's just the floating heads in there. It's like, hello, Mr. President. More flakes. Putting the fish feet in the top because they're just that's more flakes.
I love Futurama, man. But yeah, it's. I mean,
President Cheney.
I've been in two fairly successful bands amongst locally like Florida metal scene, and I've done the pay to play thing where we had to pay like one of the bands we had to play with was Attila. They were the headliner, and we were the opening band, and we were required to sell 150 tickets at $25 a piece, and we got $5 per ticket. So like that's how we made our money.
And how much were guaranteed to perform? And is there
No
anything
guarantee.
about drinks or anything?
No guarantee.
Is there anything about coverage? Or
Nothing.
do you mitigate anything at that point?
Nope.
Are you smart enough to know to mitigate anything and ask about that stuff?
No, at that point,
You know what I mean?
We weren't, but we got to after doing it so much, it got to the point where it's like, okay,
Fuck asking
I'm bringing
for that 5% of the alcohol tab, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, then
off tips plus
no,
plus
oh no,
5%
get
over
this.
500,000
Oh, get
or
this.
something.
You don't have to, man. You don't get to play if you don't sell all the tickets, and you have to hand
People,
over the
this
money.
is like real life behind the scenes. Like if you want to make it big, here's like, okay, kid, here's just the foot in the door.
Yeah, like this is like you wanting to
Fuck
open
just
for
playing on the corner. This is you actually trying to get inside, like legit.
Yeah, and we're talking like, and this is mostly promoters and venues. This isn't bashing on bands, but like,
No.
But so I'll name a few headliners that I've played with in bands that I've been in. I've played and opened for Attila, Born of Osiris, Rivers of Nile, The Faceless back when they were doing their thing, Suicide Silence, without Mitch Luker. I mean, the list goes on. We did all these Battle of the Bands where we played the last Mayhem Fest with like King Diamond and fucking Slayer. Like we didn't play in the same stage as them, but it was still all
Just nice sharing that experience, knowing like you guys are both on the bill there.
And no, we didn't get
That's
paid
pretty
shit.
badass.
We didn't get paid like anything. We got paid in exposure, right? And that's
You're lucky to be here.
Yeah, you're lucky.
You're the Charlie Bucket of the kids with the golden ticket right now.
Exactly.
You're just lucky to be here, aren't you, little fella?
We had more success doing it ourselves, finding a venue that
that's that burnout people talk about too.
Yeah.
Like it's as much as you want to throw yourself through that.
Yeah.
And you can get to a point where like, hey, you're doing enough of your own merch and stuff that you're floating by. But how much of your time is spent chasing where's the music? Where's the initial dream? And that how much of that extra shit on top of it that's not really your main focus or ever been your initial
they were
thought,
not only making us sell tickets and an astronomical amount, but they also venues are having merch cuts. Like if you want to set up your merch, they want 20%.
It's like DoorDash fees. Oh, here's your percentage for this. Here's a fee
How fucking much
for
are you
this.
gonna rate me here? You know what I
So while
mean? Like,
Ticketmaster is also taking, again, the concert goer, everyone else that's buying these tickets through these platforms, us to get there, how much we're having to pay in on top of it, and then depend on whatever extra little stuff trickles in on top of it. If anything, it's like, making even is like the dream at this point.
Yeah.
Trying
no,
to, hey, at least I got my
you're
money
lucky
back.
if you got
and,
enough for gas to get to that. When we booked our tours, we did it
the
ourselves.
time was a blessing
and
to
it
have
was
the
like,
2 days to come here and do this.
Yeah, it's
was fun.
Hopefully, we make
Side
enough
stage a
money.
few other artists that I liked here, because I had the chance to do that. That was cool, and that was it.
Yeah,
I took the fun of that.
There was a lot of time on tour where we're like, hopefully we make that $100 so we have enough gas to get to North Carolina. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully we get oh man, sorry guys, we didn't have enough to pay you. Would just give you a free bar tab. That's not going to get us to Georgia.
That's not going to fucking.
You know what I mean? It's fucking rough.
However, you got to transport yourself and all your
Yeah.
equipment and
So
everything,
it's-
and that's like
So essentially, at the end of the day, it's they're selling your soul. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're good enough, you'll be able to, get a manager. And I'll walk you through a little bit of what I went through with my band and the issue that I had. I was in a band. I'm not going to name the names of the bands. If people who know who I am will know who this band is. But I was in a pretty successful band, and unfortunately, one of the members in the band had some videos, taken of him while he was on tour before I was in the band, and I replaced the vocalist in the band.
Okay.
And the vocalist, we were about to get signed. We got management through Oracle Management, Devil Driver.
and people don't realize how hard that
Des
process
Fafara.
is right there, just to find someone that you're taking.
I
that
met him.
constant
I met him
free
on a
shit to.
cruise ship called 70,000 Tons of Metal, and I snuck a half ounce of weed in my crotch on the ship. And
This is a mandatory story too. You have to do something this legendary.
I'm sorry. I'm not
for it
trying
to
to like
happen.
call people out. It's weed. Weed is illegal. Okay. You want to see my medical card? I'll pull it out for you right now.
It's just the heavy metal stoner fact. Like, it's just the fact of it right there.
Yeah, so I'm just, you know what I mean? It's just like when you're on a cruise ship full of musicians, everybody wants weed. So I was able to find.
That's like the one thing you do.
I had a guy come up to me and he was like, "Hey man, you like Devil Driver, right?" Because I was a stage manager on the cruise ship. It's 70,000 Tons of Metal is a cruise ship that goes to the different islands and stuff like that, and it's all metal bands, and you're out and
like metal festival kind of thing, like on a cruise
ship.
Okay, so metal cruise.
Yes.
Okay, that
Jamaica
sounds
and back.
badass.
And yeah, so you're trapped with all the musicians, right? So then he's like, "Hey man, you're working the stage. You like Devil Driver, right? Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, man, I like metal.
Yeah, man. You got some metal? Oh well, I heard you snuck some weed on. Man, they need it. They need
One
it.
day a stash, eh?
Yeah, you want to say something? You want to meet him in the back, huh? And that's kind of how it was,
young man.
and it was. I mean, it was crazy. It was like, all right, because there's no like service on the boat, so he's like, all right, so here's his email. You got to email him, and then he's gonna tell you what his room number is, and then you're gonna meet him there, and then when you go there, you're gonna come in. It's just gonna be just you, and blah 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 blah, and you're gonna get to meet him, and then you can talk to him, and maybe you'll even get signed, because we brought a bunch of our shirts and flyers and CDs and stuff on the boat. You know what I mean? Because we were workers.
What the fuck is going on here?
Right. So I as
be alone
a
sitting with this guy in this
24,
room.
25-year-old fucking vocalist in this band that I just joined a year ago, we're like about to make it, and like
You think this is it? You think, oh, this is it.
This is it.
I gotta chug it.
Yeah, dude. So I did it. I got the email. I emailed him. Went to his room. I brought up like 4 or 5 shirts and CDs and demos and fucking. Basically every single night, every 6 hours, he's sending me an email. Meet me at my room. I need a joint. Meet me at my room. I need a joint. And it was just like, I respect it, because like it could be worse. You know what I mean? It's weed, man. Some people need that shit, and like, it's like as a musician, the pressure of being on a boat like that around a lot of other people, like you're trapped. They don't got anywhere to hide except their room. So
No, and you're an image at that point.
Yeah.
You're a product for yourself, and people like again.
But
Just that constant upkeep of that and
but
that mentality.
my point
too.
of this whole thing is that was what? A pure stroke of luck.
Yeah. A pure
Some
stroke.
guy just came up to me and was like, "Hey, you're saying,
come to this room,
come to this
Shake.
room, meet this guy." And then all of a sudden,
strokes, eh?
so now I'm in contact with him, and he thinks I'm cool. Blah 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 blah. He's got a management label that like Cradle of Filth is signed to.
no shit.
Yeah, fucking Dan or what is that? The Casualties, like a bunch of like really well-known bands, and we were on
this
the website.
is like a for real thing.
Yeah,
we got verified.
signed by management.
It's not just a random guy that's just coming up. It's
No,
just this is like a reputable thing.
This is Des Fafara, the lead singer of Devil Driver. That was our manager. So he managed us. We were the bottom of the list. That's how I was able to get on management with our band. And then he was in the process of trying to get us signed. And what he wanted us to do was he wanted us to stop producing with our producer and stop producing using our guy for our art and images, and stop using our merch people and switch all over to their merch people so they could get cuts and they could get this and they could get that and blah, 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 blah. So that's when you start to see the soul sucking part of it, is where it's like once management comes in, it's like, okay, like, and I'm not, I know I'm using a name of a person. It's not defamation. I have the highest level of respect for him. I know that that band and him and his management and Cradle of Filth and all of that, them are going through a whole lot of drama. I don't know if you've seen the drama that they're all going through right now. Cradle of Filth, one of their female singer left the band saying that Danny Filth was like super just abusive and things of that nature. There's a whole fucking story on it. We'll pull it up and like show you, but basically like they're suing that the lady was she had a miscarriage apparently because of the pressure they were putting her through, and this could be false. This is all allegedly. But you know, that's the management that I was under with the band that I was in, and you know, what ended up happening is the vocalist of the band had videos on his phone of our guitarist, who was our main composer and producer, saying some dumbass shit when he was drunk on tour in maybe 2019 or something on a flip phone. Okay. And he said, we posted, oh, we're getting signed. Oh man, we're going to go on tour.
Hey, we're getting big now.
And he's like, all right, bet. And he took those videos and sent it to every single person in the management team.
Oh, like the whole, what would you do when you get $1 million? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out.
Yeah. So basically, the old vocalist went and pulled our guitar skeletons out of the closet, and it was bullshit. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He was drunk, just saying dumb shit, and they were videotaping him just saying dumb shit. And he basically said, if you sign these guys and work with these guys, I'm going to put this all over the internet. And then they said, we got to drop you. You either got to get rid of the guy and get a new guitarist. And we couldn't do that because he was like the main fucking dude of the band, right? He's the one that's writing all the music and everything. It's his band. It's his baby. Or he was like, start a new band with all your members except him with a new name, and that's what we had to do.
Okay.
So we had to leave. All four of us left the band and left him with the band to keep the band, to start a new band. And this was all like pressured by management. This could have all been avoided. Like, we could have said no. You know what I mean? We could have said, no, fuck you. Like, we want to stay together. We're not going to do this.
This is what the company wanted.
This is the pressure that the music scene will put on you. It drove me crazy. It drove me literally fucking crazy.
Because it wasn't matching like what they wanted?
No, well, I lost best friends. I lost respect from people because like they thought we were, you know, trying to jump the gun and leave a friend behind. And then, you know, because some of the stuff that he said was pretty fucked up.
They're breaking it all down to see like how much y'all are going to like stay and like, you know, how much you're going to kill the other one off and be like, okay, now disassemble this one. Or, you know,
well, you had the libs who were like, you know, good for you guys, you know, and then you had like the
like
hardcore metal
thing.
fans that are like, fuck you for fucking leaving them behind, you know. And it was like, man, what the fuck? Like,
there's so much to this fucking thing right now.
Yeah,
and
so that's my experience with like getting semi big in the music scene, which, you know, kind of goes on to like selling tickets going. And we made the most profit when we were doing everything ourselves. When we booked all of our tours, we reached out to venues ourselves. We reached out to promoters ourselves. We looked up. I would go as far as sitting in front of a computer for fucking days looking up Arizona venues, what shows are coming up, what bands are on the docket, look up their band on Facebook, add all the members, message each and every single one of them. Hey, do you guys need an opener? Hey, do you guys need an opener?
Putting all that work in.
I mean, like hundreds and hundreds, and out of every maybe 50 fucking people I would message, I would finally get to a promoter who would say, yeah, we'll give you $100 to come play on this date. And that took like, you know, that's how I set us up. 3 different tours.
And that's like 6 months to get like that one.
Yeah. So that and we, you know, and then merch sales. You know, we would make money off merch sales. But you know, the thing with like Live Nation and all of that, that's what I want to hear your take on, because you know I know all about it, and I want to hear what you have to say about it. Because
I haven't heard a whole lot about the Live Nation thing. I just know right now with like ticket prices and everything.
Well, Ticketmaster, Live Nation.
Personally, I haven't seen anything in years. The last time I tried was right when COVID hit. I tried to see like Five Finger Death Punch. What was it? It was like the summer metal tour or something in the Midwest. And I tried to get like concert tickets, and it was them promoting their like second to last album that came out or something. And I think DMX was supposed to be there, and it was
DMX
like
and Five Finger Death Punch.
It was like the craziest like fucking lineup, like Tech Nine and stuff, like, you know, like the Midwest things, like the Rocklahoma things. You get a good blend of that stuff. So it was like one of those kind of shows, and I was like, oh fuck yeah. Well, it got canceled so many times. Finally got refunded. Didn't end up seeing them.
But no, like what it is
Everything-
like Live Nation essentially they just got taken to court for a couple of things. And that the outcome is you'd have to look into it. I'm not like the most I don't want to put my opinion on it because I've just vaguely kind of scanned over what's going on with it, but they got sued and basically they took them to court to kind of they control everything. They control the venues and the liquor prices and the parking and everything. All stems down to Live Nation and Ticketmaster. Like they're not just making the ticket prices; they're making everything. They're taking the merch cuts. They're taking the royalties. They're taking the your Spotify revenue. They're all of that shit.
There's so much that I hear about like different streaming platforms that people are like, oh, use this one, use this one. Like I hear Spotify gets a lot of hate because like they're not paying people. I'm like,
it depends on your traffic flow, but I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Some people say it's ruined music for musicians because it's like you used to have to buy CDs and vinyls and tapes and MP3s.
People are saying it's like hipster to do that now, and they're saying like these generations like, oh, I like owning my music now.
Yeah,
so I collect vinyl.
Yeah, now
or CDs or cassette.
But back in the day, it was like LimeWire. What's up?
Yeah.
And now,
Metallica coming after you and everything because you pirated Enter Sandman on something and you gave your family computer aids.
Yeah, oh dude, done that many times. I'm sure you guys have too. But yeah, man. So there was a couple other things that you were mentioning to me that I was a little curious about. You were telling me about the Claypool Lennon Delirium.
Yeah,
I want you to talk on that.
It's a group I've been
because I don't know about a lot. I know Les Claypool. I know Primus. Yeah. I know a lot of these guys. Like I know Buckethead. You know what I mean? Like I know.
And Les Claypool has a ton of other acts and stuff that he does playing bass in that. This one is Les Claypool and Sean Ono Lennon, John Lennon's son, and this stuff just like hits very much. Sounds like the Beatles. Sounds very much like his dad. Like you hear it, and it just kind of it's this whole album that's coming out, not really trying to promote Primus in any way, just like, fanning out over it. The newest album they have coming out is great, and it talks about technology and how we're living in a digital world and how there's like a lack of empathy and how we're just not really connected with each other anymore in the sense of, no one's really meeting up and doing anything physically. Everyone's caring more about like how a digital character is and how like your profile is and just all about social status rather than what we're doing now, kind of like this, caring more about being here, but yet it's like here we are doing it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like essentially the digital world, you know what I mean? You're not here and now. It's like
it's a crazy like sci-fi like thing, like now being like, well, here we are like slowly becoming.
Yeah, I'm gonna. We can't really play the music, but I'm gonna open up the video so you guys can see it here. So
and
check.
Video, I think it's just this loop of this.
Yeah, we listened to the music we can't play it because of royalties and stuff like that. But look up this video, the Claypool Lennon Delirium, Meat Machines, and then there's a couple other songs, right?
Yeah.
What are the other song names?
What was it?
We can go back.
Golden Egg of Empathy and WAP.
What a
predicament, which is great, by the way.
Yeah,
and I guess they're based in Sebastopol, California, which is my hometown. So shout out to that.
Yeah, dope. Yeah, that's
kind of
cool.
proud of that. I was like, oh, rock on.
Yeah, YouTube is crazy. I wish they would. I wish they'd let us play like music like that. But if you play anything more than 2 seconds, they'll flag it, take it down, and then they'll think you're just trying to fucking steal their shit. I mean, it is what it is. But
imagine capturing perfect tone, just practicing your guitar, and you're just like, oh, here's Wonderwall, and you just 2 seconds in.
I lie, man. Tuned in and wait, that's not Wonderwall, is it?
Flag for inappropriate content.
So what about the state of technology today, man? How are you feeling about that? How are you feeling about like all the technology that's coming out with musical instruments? Let's touch on
AI
that
stuff and just everything becoming, groove boxes. Everything's like an all-in-one and done. Like we're talking, what was it, the joke about Daft Punk?
Yeah.
Look at this Casio keyboard that they found.
Look, and it just Daft Punk hears a Grammy, and they get a Grammy just instantly. And all it took was like that mild effort. And Deadmau5 went off on a post earlier about that, like a few weeks ago, and he's like, yeah, just someone with an arpeggiated note, just on like Ableton or something. You just hold it down, just and he's like just a 4 on the floor kick. Yeah, just going over it, and it's like that's half passable. It's like a track if you loop it for like 3.5 minutes, do something, and then go back.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it takes.
I hate to say it, but that's kind of what I'm trying to get into now. Like
I know, but then everything over it is just like a mumble rapper. Like I said, there's like no rock or anything. It's just a and it's everything. And I mean, I admit, like it's. I don't have anything against that, but I'm like, again, where's like rock and like metal and like guitar and like other stuff and that, like
yeah, at least for mainstream and like anything towards it. I feel like mainstream is like I don't know,
like went away and then it's like supposed to come back, but I'm like, I don't recognize anyone anymore. I feel out of touch like with stuff too.
I can't name a single current artist
and stuff that they're saying like is metal in that too, and then I'm like, it came to like Ghost and Sleep Token. I'm like.
I have a guilty pleasure for Sleep Token. I gotta put it out there.
They're like hard rock though.
Not even. They're genre bending. They're like pop, industrial genty pop. For like, I guess Gen doesn't even
like
know.
D-Gen pop.
Yeah.
D-Gen pop.
Gen pop. Like it's the dirty pop pop. Genty pop pop. I love you.
Seriously, though, shout out to the Pious Forge. I love Ghost.
Yeah, I like that song.
And you don't want to piss off, fans nowadays.
No, my GM and my fucking sales manager are both like.
Everyone loses their shit.
If they hear me talking shit about Ghost, they'll fucking fire me. Nothing. I gotta go. I gotta Ghost. I like Ghost. I like some of this stuff. I'm just not like a fucking Tobias Forge. Fucking, I don't masturbate listening to Ghost. It's fun. I think it's fun music to put when the kids are around or whatever.
Full zip down tuning.
Do me a favor. Let it open up the door. Let him out. Here you go, Bert. There you go, Bubba. You can close the door. I'll cut that little part out. What are we at right now? We're at 32 minutes. I'm gonna put a timestamp here for
check 1 2.
Timestamp for 32 minutes. 32 minutes. Cut. Okay. Just gotta put that in there for when I cut it out. 32-minute cut. Okay. Anyway. As far as like the technology and stuff, I think there's like a lot of really good stuff, man. I mean, about fucking multi-effects pedals and stuff. I mean, like you don't have to bring amps anywhere anymore. I never owned an amp since I owned like a half stack and Marshall and all that when I was like 16, but like once I started working in music stores and I found out what Line 6 pedals were and what direct out was, I never used an amp again live. I would just bring my line. I've had a Line 6 Helix
16
forever.
hits and you find a Line 6 modeling amp and you're just like, oh my god, this is the glorious thing ever.
Yeah, no, like,
and then you get a little more skilled and you get a little more knowledge and you're like, wait, what are these other brands like?
Yeah.
Like, what's this Fender one like?
Yeah,
like, oh, what's
the
this
Fender Tone Master? Have you seen the Fender Tone Master, dude? It's the Fender version of the Axe-Fx, and
it's their flagship like model.
It's
like,
fucking
like
sick,
$1,500
dude. I'm not even gonna lie, it's sick.
It's like a Kemper profiler, but like a Fender variant of it.
Well, the majority of people nowadays are using quad cortexes, is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing quad cortexes.
It's all digital. It's
everywhere.
all just modeling.
So when I was working on 70,000 tons of metal, we would take these Marshall cabs and line them all up so it looked like there was all these fucking cabs. And there was nothing in them.
Plugged in.
There was nothing in them. There was a Kemper in the back of one of them. Like
plugged to channel 1 going to the main.
I swear on my life, we literally for one of the bands there was 4 Marshall full stacks on one side and 4 Mesa Boogie on the other, and they were empty, and it had their outfits and a Kemper in each one, and the band was Arch Enemy. Like I swear on my life, I mean, and then it was Jeff Loomis running a Kemper, and That's great. I think Kempers are awesome. I wish I had one.
Those things are pretty sweet.
Yeah, I run a Helix. I mean, poor man Axe Effects is what they like to call it, but the new Helixes are actually pretty. The Stadium that came out is fucking sick, dude.
The Mustang GTX 100 I got with everything.
That's the best combo amp you can get.
Beast right now,
dude. It's the best.
And the
combo
Rumble
amp
40
you can
Studio
get.
too. I'm like, those with XR. I mean, anything like I said, when it's that with the XR out and you got outputs, I'm like, it doesn't matter what it's putting out right there because whatever I'm plugging it into. If you're in an auditorium somewhere, it's like,
you got direct out.
Yeah, I got this 12-channel mixer for Amalie Arena, and I'm like, okay, channel 1. It's gonna sound fucking immaculate everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, however I got it toned in. Okay, let me patch this in real quick.
Yeah, Fender also just took over PreSonus.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
They own PreSonus now, so Fender's making interfaces,
they have their own interfaces
and
now.
all that stuff. So they're on the game. They figured out
MIDI
quick.
controllers and that quick. Yeah,
they figured out quick.
Yeah.
All right, Line 6 is onto something.
It's been a
here.
while.
Kemper's onto something here. Yeah, and they're finally doing it.
You think they're going to copy the Behringer, like, you know, retro everything? You know,
Dude,
how do you feel about that?
They took over PreSonus, so it's now they have their own DAW now. Like
they have their own everything.
Yeah,
Fender Studio.
Yeah, yeah.
I think pretty sweet.
PreSonus is now Fender.
Like on my
Studio.
tablet, I can record everything like from that.
From what I've heard, it's
amp.
really easy and fun and good to use. And
I can use
actually
USB
sounds
straight
great.
from the amp straight into the laptop or straight into a USB or with the XLR straight into a mixer or whatever. So I'm just like, get a decent enough mixer or something. It's like Mackie makes great mixers. So I'm like, get like a 12, 16 channel, something like that with like high effects and that. I'm like, that's got USB plug-in. Plug everything there, and then it's got the main out to again whatever. So I'm like, I got the ultimate everything.
Yeah, next time you come over, we're gonna have you bring that stuff over, and we're gonna hook up, and we're gonna demo that stuff out with our guitars and stuff for sure.
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna do that. You know,
to do on them.
But speaking of the technology and all that kind of stuff, I mean, like, how do you feel about the impact of the digital age and the toll it's taken on mental health?
I mean, people are so wrapped up in just sharing and just like what we talk about, like bed rot and brain rotting away, just like TikTok I had to get off, and you know, just like Instagram reels, and people, it's been the thing people have been doing for the longest time now, but it's like
you're scrolling,
kids are doing it so much and people are doing it, and it's like when people are out, it used to be like humorous to see the group of kids that was just just so gridlocked, but like everyone now, young and old now that I see it, and it's almost like an episode of X-Files or like Twilight Zone. Everyone's just out.
It's true. They're just on.
I
deal with that at work, dude.
It's fucking crazy.
I can't get people, bro.
The amount of like accidents that you see happen in that, and just the amount of like brainless, like
I can't.
The movie Idiocracy is like I'm like,
no, that's actually what's happening.
Like
we are literally living
idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Is anyone else saying like hello?
Yeah.
Is anyone else out there?
That is electrolytes. Like
any electrolytes, bro?
Dude, our fucking president, Terry Crews, Donald Trump. It's actually happening. Like it's actually happening. It is taking a toll on mental health, and I can tell you that personally, because I know for sure that I have dealt with the bed rot. I know that you talked about the bed rot and just sitting there and just fucking diving into all the stuff that they're pumping into our brains, and it's like it's like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screens around you at all times, and
everything needs an update. Everything needs Wi-Fi. Everything connects. Every child is connected to this. Everyone is plugged into this, and I'm like, it's like the Matrix where, you know, he kind of wakes up and he sees everyone in the pod, and I'm like, we're all in the pod.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm sorry. I'm like.
I know. No, I think about this
we're
stuff.
all in the pod, man.
Yeah, no, I know. We got to keep it real. I lay there and think about that shit all the fucking time, dude. I remember the first time I had like a really bad like anxiety, depressive like slump, and like I was looking up. They have like these camps where it's like they're surrounded in barbed wire, but the barbed wire is facing in, so it's not meant to keep people out.
It's meant to keep them in.
And they have all these fucking plastic coffins, like hundreds of thousands of them, like for mass burials, for like if anything was to happen. I was looking into shit like that. Looking into shit like all the cameras that are around. and all the artificial intelligence that they're using now for all the cameras that scan license plates and everything and all that kind of stuff. And there's camera. I mean, I live in here, we're in Ybor City is where we're at right now, and there's a camera every single stoplight. So
no,
they're
every store
always
you go
watching.
into, every Walmart has like facial recognition stuff,
Yeah.
software they've had for years and that. And
they
what
keep a
was it?
tab on you.
The recent thing that came out that people, the one that people don't realize, and if you haven't heard this, what was it? Pokemon Go was the thing of everyone agreed subliminally to that big contract, and that was a big GPS tracking around the world fucking thing.
Oh, really? Like it was actually just
That was how everyone was like, just how like delivery and how drones and like how robots and how we're able to like navigate where like places, where like people wouldn't normally
Yeah.
go, or like vehicles couldn't normally go.
Right.
It was a way for like them to track with people actual pictures of up close stuff. Because think about like the Google car, how it goes around, takes
Yeah.
everything. Everyone was doing that already for years.
Dude, that's crazy.
Excuse me.
No, you're good.
Everyone was like freely just doing it willfully, thinking they were playing some game, and it was like, oh, go here and capture like
I played
this,
the
whatever
fuck out of
thing.
that game.
Everyone did, and it was just.
I
like
remember
one
when
of
it
those
fucking first
free
came
tracking
out.
things.
I lived in Newport Richie and I went to Sims Park, and like it was like literally zombies walking around. There was like 100 people just.
No, and we've gotten more since. That's what I'm saying, but it's
It
not
went
Pokemon
away
Go anymore.
fast. It went away fast. It was quick.
But
It was a
everyone
quick
just caught up in
fad.
different shit though, and it's like, and it's the
It's TikTok now.
no, and it's crazy because the stuff that you see. And I remember at first people talking about social media, and I was like, I know Vine was a big thing,
Yeah,
and that was like
I
our
remember
childhood
Vine.
there,
Vine
but-
was fun, and then
and it was always the look what I can do, like fucking Stewart, and everyone's like, oh my god, that's all that shit is. That's all you little fuckers do all day on there. Is, look what I can do, and you dumb little bastards. And it's looking at TikTok and other things that's really what this shit is. It's just shit. And I'm feeling like that episode of South
It
Park
is.
where like Stan is like King Older, and it's like
I've still never
it's
used
like,
TikTok.
everything's just shit, man.
I've
And it's
never.
like,
I have it downloaded on my phone because I'm waiting to get content for the band to put it on there. But I've never actively used TikTok. I
got tits?
watch TikToks on like Facebook
You got
when
women
they're
that
on
are
there,
willing to
but
do a little dance or something, wear
I just don't.
bikini with your band logo
bro,
on
I'm
or
an
something. You know,
addict. I'll fucking
Dude,
sit
it's-
on that shit for fucking all day long, bro. I can't do it.
It's the way that
I can't do it. I'll fucking sit there and I won't stop. So I refuse to download
all the
it.
farms they're finding. Are you hearing about people that like do the social media thing? They'll have they're having like social media farms where like they'll have closets and rooms where there's like 500 phones all over the wall. And they're all liking and subscribing like a page, and they're all sharing content. Same thing, you know what I mean?
yeah, dude.
And they're
That's
like, they're like data
you're
farming
paying
and that,
for
and paying
likes.
their own
Yeah.
likes and that. Yeah, and they're doing like the self thing.
Yeah,
for people
I've
and
had
that.
so bands do that, and that's a good another topic we brought about. So really, like paying for likes to get to make it look like you're bigger than
Exactly.
you are in the band that you're in. So I'm gonna be selfless here because honesty is my policy lately. I've done it. I've went and I've had an Instagram, and I paid $25 for 10,000 followers, and I already had 5,000 followers. So it got me to 15,000 followers, and once you get that 15K. It just looks like you have so many. But what it does is it fucks your algorithm, and none of the actual real people see your shit. So you'll have 20,000 followers, but none of the real people are seeing your posts. All the fake bot people are seeing them.
Oh shit!
So
So,
your-
kind of like
so your
fucks you like,
posts
hey, you
are
want
only-
20,000? That's all you fucking get now.
Yeah, and
shit.
now all your pictures, they're just gonna get two
Permanent
likes.
cap.
Yeah, two likes, one like. I did it.
fucked.
So then I had to redo a whole Instagram.
You got to rebuild your whole
Yeah.
profile up again.
Yeah, I'm at like 8,000 or something now organically, but like I got like when I paid for it, it was like, yeah, like I've talked to a bunch of people about it recently that are like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and I'm like, it's gonna fuck your shit up. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. Viral videos is what gets you likes fast and gets you popular on the internet overnight. Viral
No,
videos.
it's always clickbait stuff, or it's like I've seen really fucked up shit, man. Like talk about like some content we've seen. I've seen some really fucked up, like horrific, like I'm sure other people have seen it too, like and shared. And it's normally something you have to like go out and look for, but like seeing horrific gore accidents, like everything is happening all the time news, and you're always thinking, oh, I wonder what about this, and just the shit you see on your phone now. Mm-hmm. It's sometimes you don't want to see that kind of shit, you know.
It's there. It's
And it's there all the time, and it's like, it is. Life is always happening, but it's like...
Dude, look at the Epstein files.
No, and everything, like... And
they're putting that out to the
thing.
public for everybody to see. I agree.
And the way people are responding to, like, all this political stuff, too, is, like, so extreme, and I'm like, all right, have you seen the one where people are throwing dildos at, like, the sheriff's department and the ice cars and that?
I've seen some videos of them throwing them at Walmart and stuff.
And I was like...
The suction cup ones?
Yeah, and that's on the news, and I'm like... Kids and people and everything, but another thing that's like, you laugh at it, but it's like, that's on the news, like, that's everyone saw that, your children saw that.
Your children are
your children are seeing that, and I'm like, everyone is seeing this. Good. I'm like, this is the world we're in.
Yeah. It makes me think what other countries think of us.
What do you think of us?
You want to know what I think of us.
And people are saying, like, learning about the planets, and they're like, we're learning there's this bubble around our solar system that spaces out to the rest of the universe, and then slowly comes back in. Mm-hmm. Almost like people kind of put a little bubble away from us to the rest of the universe.
What do you think about this Golden Dome thing?
Yeah, we just wanted this.
Have you heard about that?
Theory. Yeah.
What is it? I haven't looked into it
what?
yet. The Golden Dome. It's like this defense system that we're putting around America, I guess, that deflects missiles. It's like a dome, like a invisible golden dome. I haven't looked into it enough yet to be educated on it, but I think it's like
I just said the Golden Dome.
The Golden Dome. That's just Donald Trump.
It'll be Donald Trump. It'll be the most perfect dome ever.
It's the best dome. It's not the silver dome, the golden dome.
It's absolutely perfect because it's gold. And because it's mine.
Europe has the silver dome. We have the golden.
This is the gold dome, yes.
But, going back to just like the mental health and the digital age. I mean, look what we're doing right now. We're sitting in front of 5 screens with microphones and all this technology and wires running everywhere just to interact with an audience, you know what I mean? And I really like doing this, so I'm not like down talking podcasting in any way, but like look what entertainment is now. It used to be go outside and throw a fucking ball around.
No, like you had to go out and actually like meet with someone. You know, you had to like pick up a phone, and that's the thing. Like we all have phones and stuff now, and it's like no one calls anymore. No one really does the video.
Nobody wants to answer. It's like when your phone rings, you're like.
Yeah, and people are like, so because
even if it's your best friend,
even if it's your mom or something, and like, and that's the thing, like, and that's one thing, like I brought up was I'm like, if you have family or someone like traveling, and it's like, it's a joke from the show, what is it, Letterkenny?
I love
or was it Letterkenny or Shoresy? I forget which one. I love both.
Yeah.
But it's what do you do first thing you do when you get off a plane?
You fucking go to the bathroom. I don't know what.
After you get off a plane, after you flown somewhere, if you flew like from here, like anywhere you get off
the first thing you get on a plane, you walk down the hallway and go to that you leave.
You don't call your mom to let your mom know, if your mom's alive, hey, you got off a plane, okay?
No.
You don't?
Well, for me personally, I don't have parents, but like I could see, I get the point.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like that was a thing from Letterkenny, and that was like a point where they're like, hey, you don't let your loved ones know. At least.
Yeah, I see the point.
Someone that you have.
People don't do that anymore.
Just be like, just like, hey, I'm getting on a plane, or like let someone know, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like reach out, or just like,
or hey, I'm
holidays and that.
Hey, I'm grabbing an Uber. I'm going out drinking for the night. I'm grabbing an Uber. I mean,
like checking in with people, like stuff like that. Like just kind of like intimate without having to be like a sexual, like a closer, like gross thing. Just like, hey, like I care about you. Like, whether, hey, what's going on? Like checking in like that. It's just always like digital or something. Like, hey, I'm playing a game or something. Like if they call, it's just like to get somewhere digital. But not to do something like in person anymore. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, you want to play a game? Oh, do you want to get on the computer? Do you want to watch this thing? It's like, not really.
Yeah. It's like, it's couch bed rot and couch sinking in couch syndrome.
All the devices that we're just living in now.
I've just had like a lack of enthusiasm with music lately. Like I see a lot of the younger guys that are getting into it, and it makes me happy to see that. But when you get to the point that you're either just dealing with everyday adult life, you get into your 30s and stuff, and you're starting to think about buying a house. You're starting to think about you can't live this life of like I'm just gonna be somebody's roommate forever type deal. That's the thought I start getting into, and I'm like, how much longer am I gonna try to be in a fucking band and make it in this like fake world that, 9 times out of 10 now, I feel like every big band that comes out that's actually halfway decent is an industry plant. Like Sleep Token got signed to RCA Records. RCA Records. That's like RCA Records is like you can't get any bigger than that other than like Sony, really. Like, I mean, like that's like crazy. That's insane for a band like that to get signed.
To come out of nowhere
and
as quick as they did.
President.
Yeah,
Charlie whatever from Killstar, that
no, and it took me. It
still
took me a while to like know who they were and everything too, and like I still haven't listened to more than just like the one or two like social media things.
That one
but once I got off social media,
yeah.
I haven't like heard any fucking thing like naturally. But again,
I like that
people
one song
don't talk.
they put out, but it was just like, where did this come from, and how did it get so popular so fast? You know
exactly,
what I mean?
Like
it doesn't
for it to go number one, like instantly, like no,
that's not how it works. Unless
you hear the one about Kevin Hart
already.
and stuff like that too. What was it? Cat Williams said something a while ago, and like someone made a point, and I'm like, if you think about Kevin Hart, where the hell did he come from? And apparently he was doing all these big shows and everything, like XYZ, like when these things came out, like these specials came out in like 2005, 2006, forever. But it's like, wait a minute, what is he known for?
Yeah.
Other than he just started having specials that were like sold out of nowhere. I'm like, but what?
Yeah.
How did he just start?
Yeah, where did he come from?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, where did that start before that? You know, and it was just like a question of,
it's a theory.
Wait, where are these people coming from? Like who's putting these people here?
These are theories, guys, by the way. These
and like the Island Boys or the Jeffrey Epstein sons and shit like that too. And
wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
The Island Boys are Jeffrey Epstein's sons?
Yeah, because I'm an Island Boy. Those dumb mothers.
Yeah, I know the Island Boys, but them being, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Someone's got some responsibility.
Yeah.
You know? Someone who didn't kill themselves.
Well, there's a couple other things that we were wanting to talk about outside of music here. We're going to get into some of the horror stuff because you and I spoke about how we're going to start doing some horror videos. Horrors? Not a horse, not horrors, but horrors. Horrors. We're going to be getting into doing like some horror and sci-fi stuff. We'll be doing some video games together, things like that. But before we get to around our hour mark here, I want to bring up another topic. I see here about, does the American dream still exist?
What is the American dream, man? Like you said, we're at that point where music is one of those things where it's like a great hobby and like I love it, and it's one of those things I'm not going to give up on, but we always end up doing like shit. Yeah. We don't end up wanting to do and doing more technical stuff. But
so we'll talk about like the American dream and what I think the American dream is, but like, do you think like how possible is it to be a musician and live the American dream? You know what I mean? It's nearly impossible.
I mean, it always has been like, one of those like fruitless effort things. It's always just like a part of you kind of thing. But like being an artist, so a person of art, kind of like physical means nowadays too, considering everything's digital and robotic now. It's like
you're coming home and working at McDonald's when you're getting off tour. Like,
you know what I mean? And like everyone that's doing all these like work things, like
work. Mexican work, that South Park episode.
Yeah, like, exactly.
It's like literally.
It's not.
I believe the American
just
dream,
want a family and just like settle down and just like have like a normal thing and just like life, like enjoying that, whatever. Like
own a house, own a car, own some land, maybe own some livestock. Have a way of self.
Things are so unachievable now.
Yeah, dude, you can't like
for anything artisanal, and it's like almost like engineering stuff or like anything technical and stuff.
Especially people with like mental health issues,
there's no. It's either super physical demanding or it's super technical sit down.
Yeah,
it's like one or the other.
Yeah.
And it's kind of reminding me of like a sci-fi, like Aliens. If you familiar with that, just like the work dynamic, like you're contracted to work here or whatever, and like that's your thing, and everything's a contract now, and everything's just. Here's your pay.
America is a contract. America is a business. That's basically it. It's a corporation. Everything, and that's how it is now.
Everyone's considered a number, and everyone's got.
Open the door, Perpin. Timestamp. 54. 54 timestamp. Thank you.
Shut up so quick.
Welcome back, Perp.
Purple.
Good boy. Good boy. So yeah, Anyway, it's it's the American dream. I don't think the American dream exists anymore. I don't think it's possible to achieve it for the millennials. I mean, the lucky ones. I think the millennials are the ones
To be
that
like
really
how mom and
got
dad kind of
fucked.
had it, or like
Yeah.
the idea of like you get some kind of home, everyone was kind of brought
And
together.
We're seeing the boomers get like mega fucked.
And we were that age that was like that transition from like physical and like, what was it, like analog technology to like the digital? We were like that transition thing.
We were the transition.
So as we got to like high
we
school
are
and
the
stuff,
bioengineered
we got out of like
cyborgs.
YouTube getting famous and that. And I'm like, yeah, there were smartphones and stuff, but they weren't like what they were. They were clunky as fuck. And like they weren't a thing like the first iPhones and the first Google phone were
the
like
BlackBerry.
Yeah, they're not what the fuck they were. And like that was the
Sidekick.
coolest fucking thing I ever do. That was my shit right
I
there.
fucking love the
Sidekick. I love the
Sidekick, dude.
Sidekick.
I
The last one
would
was
rock
the
a
4G
Sidekick today.
Yeah, if they bring that back, like, we'll fully endorse that. Like,
I love your
that's
phone,
badass
that flip phone. That's cool as fuck.
Dude, this is a Motorola Razr.
I think that's cool as fuck. I like that. I like that they brought
Like
the flip
the
phones
original?
back. Yeah, that's cool. I have the. I got
retro on there, so it looks.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's fucking dope. Yeah. I got the Google Pixel. Crazy, yeah.
Surprise. Does everything.
Yeah, that's dope. But as far as the American dream goes, man, the way I've been feeling lately is I just like got to get up and go to work every single day, no matter what, and that's just my life. Like, I'm lucky to be able to work a job that I can be in music, but on the same token, it's like I get home and I don't want to look at a guitar.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's like the motivation's gone.
Everyone, I have people that come in and they're like, "You work at a music store. This is like."
You're around this all day long.
This is the best job you could ever have. You must love your life so much, and you're just like, like that. Everybody that comes in, I'm like, you are you hiring? And you don't want to work here. They say at Guitar Center, it's a floating rumor, or a saying. People go to work at Guitar Center is where musicians go to die.
Yeah.
Like, and
they're at a music store or something.
Now to be clear, I like my job and I like what I do, and I plan on staying with Guitar Center for a while, but not forever. I'm gonna cash cow it up there, and then after that, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I want to try to do this. I want to try to do this. I want to try to do interviews and interview people and do stuff like we were talking about, doing horror exploration. I think that's
doing like
really,
some
really
conventions
cool
and stuff
to
like
look
that.
forward to.
Yeah.
So
Doing like some Nardwuar interviews.
The American dream goes, I think the American dream now for the newcomers and the generation below us is to be a fucking YouTuber or a fucking influencer.
No, it's to do the physical things and just record ourselves doing it, because it's like people would just rather watch videos of other people living a life and simulating it than doing it.
When you think about
it's
it,
like same
that,
with like kids and that too. And like I've seen,
I want to be a YouTuber.
No, you buy them like all these toys and shit like the YouTubers have and that, and like they have it all laid out before them and everything, just to put on the damn show of them playing with the same fucking toys that they just opened and their parents spent money on.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then they want to record themselves just opening it and being like, oh, look at how nice it is.
That's sad, man.
They just keep it like a thing, like their product, and like just the being of the plastic toy is the point. And I'm like, that's.
Well, I believe things will get better. I don't want to get political, but I truly believe things will get better eventually. I think that like we go through ups and downs when different things happen. We get these distractions and this constant barrage of negativity with Epstein files and with Guatemala and fucking doing Iran and all this other shit and just like everything that's going on. We just like seized Maduro and everything. It's like just constant blasting all this shit, and we are now like adults. So like you're an adult when you're 18, and then when you're in your early 20s, you're an adult.
Yeah,
and then when you're in 30s,
you're getting these little promotions that
are.
are all these things, and you're gonna get text and you're gonna get all this stuff, and it's like.
And now it's like I have to.
But this is all this like.
Shit.
But this is all this like first world shit that we have here, where we have this freedom to do all this
First
stuff
world
too.
problems.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like humble myself and like smack myself, like this is nothing really to complain about right now.
I try to think about that too. I really really do. I'm glad you brought that up.
I try. We have that stuff too.
I really try to think that, dude. I really try to think, looking at that, some of that
We're
stuff.
living someone else's like prayer right now, and like someone else's dream. And
no matter how
I'm
shitty
grateful
we
for
feel.
no matter how shitty I feel, and I'm like, I'm very grateful to be here. And that's the one thing, and that's
we gotta encourage each other.
But you know what? And that's like all politics aside. You know, it's like all apologies, man.
Yeah.
like that's what being like American, like at its core, like us standing together, is like what that should mean, and that's not like a two-sided thing.
That's
That's
right now. That's not happening at all right now, bro.
Anywhere. And like someone mentioned, like the last time you saw something political that was like nice was John McCain. And it was some old lady that was approaching. Yeah, so it was some old lady that was approaching him about Obama and said, "Oh, he's not even a real citizen. His birth certificate shows he's not even from here." And
I remember that bullshit.
Yeah, and he's like, "Ma'am," and he's like, "I know him. He's a very respectable man, and he happens to be a family man. He and I just happen to disagree on certain things. And that's the only thing it is."
Yeah.
But you treat him with respect, and it was just like a very humble. I'm like, you know, politics was like a boring, like, you know, mannerist thing, like that, like just debating opposing political views on, you know, certain standpoints on how the country's ran.
Yeah.
And it was just boring kind of shit that no one really cared about.
Well, that kind of leads
but
us
now it's like a all Twitter battle, like in your face, you know, it's like kids are taking place. It's like everything matters now way more, like everything's super sensitive,
and then you put it in
and
text
everything's
online,
like either
and it's
one way
there
or
forever.
another now, and I'm like,
you know, it's like you say one
it's
thing
interpreted
online
so many different ways.
Yeah, you put one thing online, and that it's forever. It's forever. You screenshot it. It's there, and that's your opinion. And your fucking opinion changes once every couple years on something, man. Like,
no, everyone evolves. Everything's going to change throughout time.
But now
know,
with social media and the way it is, it's like they can pull up this video from 10 fucking years ago now, because that's how long social media's been around. Be like, 10 years ago you were this, and X, Y, Z, and it's like, dude, I'm fucking I'm 35 years old now.
You used to pull up your like MySpace.
What are you talking about?
They're talking about bringing back MySpace.
Yeah, I used to tease my hair and wear fucking eyeliner. Or like I still do.
I used to have studded belts and painted nails and everything.
I still do some stuff like that, but like, you know,
mohawk and everything died and all that.
I'm not wearing trip pants and all that stuff anymore. You know, like I'm not. You know, like there's just certain things that I don't do anymore that I would have done 15 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And I've had instances where people bring that stuff up and it's there forever. So what I do now is I just put everything out there. I put it all out there. I put it all out
Hit that
there.
like and subscribe to OnlyFans below, folks.
I don't give a fuck. I tell everybody about my addictions, my problems that I had with opiate abuse. I went through a rough
the Chippendales phase.
I went through I put it all out there, so there's no dirt. I don't care about any ex-girlfriend that has some shit to say about me. I don't care about any ex-band member that has anything to say about me, because I've already put it out there.
Yeah.
And I owned it, and I did whatever I could to make up for it, and that's what I think a real good person is. Good people.
No, all we can do is just
make bad mistakes, and you're a bad person if you don't have any remorse or a lack of empathy,
or try to like learn from your experience and try to get better.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. You know,
that's a hard thing, and that's one thing. Like, again, that's like I don't know. I was told, like, you know, by your parents, and that's a man thing to be like, you're going to go through phases several times where, you know, the isolation, living alone is going to be a thing that like breaks you every time. Like, just learning to cope with living life.
Yeah.
But for everyone to relate to it, like almost simultaneously at the same time too, is kind of like,
yeah,
what's in the water? What's in the air? Like why is this like why does it feel like everyone, like
I've had that feeling lately,
like deja vu, kind of like, but intense with everyone else at the same time. Like, wait, you're feeling
That's
it too?
been happening lately.
Yeah.
It's like
we've been here before, like doing the same shit almost. Like, wait, what? Like, why is it so repetitive?
Yeah.
Why is it so familial?
I think
intense.
I think it might have a lot to do with when we were kids. We were dealing with a lot of the Afghanistan and Iraq shit. And the Middle East.
Maybe it's like transcending a little bit now, and it's like,
and then like we were seeing our parents and elders watching that on TV, and then now we're getting pumped to us on TV. And I'm not just saying as politics; it's just a thing. One of the things.
Yeah, it's just like one of those subliminal words.
And
we're
now
just
there's AI
up on it and that.
And when we were kids, it was internet.
Dude, have you been fooled by it before?
AI.
Yeah, some of those videos.
Be specific.
Like a video that
like I thought was
completely
real.
Yeah,
a couple times, but I watched it a few times. Like,
you gotta watch it like 2-3 times, and like halfway through, you're like, yeah.
I have.
What?
It's
No.
it's mostly like when I'm scrolling and like it's a girl bouncing up and down and jiggling her tits or something, and I'm like,
always that one.
and I'm like.
No, and there's a lot of that shit too, and like everything is clickbait.
I'm at work and shit, and I'm like, why? You see one, and you can't
No,
help but look at it.
I was
and then
subscribed to like
pumps
some
it in
kids
your
thing. It was
fucking
like
system.
Flashback Kids or like Disney Kids or something. And I swear to God, it's like one of the clickbait videos was like the girl or something. Like it's like provocative shit for every little thing you click on now. And I'm like,
fucked, dude.
You gotta unsubscribe shit. I'm like, I don't even want to be on there anymore. And like my head hurts so much after looking at
Dude,
the
I care
screen now. I'm
so
like,
much for kids, bro. I just like, I can't help but
That's
like
all they
hope
live
that
off of.
parents listen to like the stuff we're talking about here, and like
just the constant like, oh, well, there's certain stuff that's safe and certain stuff. I'm like,
don't just give your kid a
there's
fucking tablet.
overexposure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, have you heard about the Roblox stuff?
Yeah, the dude, the guy that owns Roblox was caught with like all that child pornography and stuff. And
Roblox is like a whole platform
oh
that predators use to seek out
everything on it. And what's it?
They have
what
the
is it?
Sandy
There's
Hook.
the dudes that like post the videos.
Dude, there's emulation of the Sandy Hook shooting of Columbine. You can play.
They had the Epstein Island one on there. I saw that.
Dude, it's fucked.
Everything's on there.
Kids are fucking.
And it's for kids to get to it. Yeah.
God damn. It's like fuck, man. But you know, and then again, that brings us into the personal experiences with life is late. We wanted to talk about reconnecting with oneself. Now, as far as mental health goes, what are some things I'll share with you? Some things that I've been doing. What are some things that you have been doing to try to improve your mental health?
I mean, there's always like
things that actually legitimately have helped outside of taking medication.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's always plenty of things like you got to learn like a big thing like men don't talk about is like self-love, and like people are like weird about saying that thing, but like taking care of yourself and putting your health first in this world too, because everything, no matter what job you have, everywhere is always going to want more of you. Everywhere is always going to expect you to perform more.
I feel that so hard,
but
right now.
No one is going to tell you to perform that hard for yourself because everyone else is going to want more for each other, and it's always going to be a thing for people to want to actually be good and to give. And I've been in that position several times where relationships and that falling apart, where it's you can be so selfless and so loving that you just kind of lose track of yourself,
right? And
you debilitate worse because you're just not you just really lose track of yourself. And that's one thing that so many people do is they drive themselves into the ground where they're just, who are you anymore? And it's like, well, I'm doing this for someone else, I'm doing this for anyone. And it's like, it's always noble to have that cause that you're doing it for family or for a kid or for someone, but if you're not there, it's like you're going to burn yourself out so quick.
Yeah.
And you're going to be here for like,
with some serious
you're going to burn yourself out for like
yeah.
5-10 years for your family when you could be here for another, 30, 40, 50 if, you took care of yourself and you paced yourself more.
Yeah.
Or had you not done something for so long. And it just,
so what are
so
some
much
of the
stuff
what are
generational
some
we're
of the things
learning
that you're doing
just
to take care of yourself? That
being healthy, man, like sleeping is a big thing, eating properly. And it's real basic shit.
That's what I've been trying to do too.
It's walking, drinking water. It's just being aware of the shit that's out in the world and the shit that's like the monopoly of like food.
Yeah.
That's something that
I'm at a point now where I will not eat anything that doesn't have
someone
an ingredient.
said part of the obesity thing that happened, and it's a bit of like a tinfoil hats on kids with this, but the big thing from like the 70s and 80s and 60s to now is food has been promoted so much more.
Right.
It's like a race for like what's more of a budget and what's more tasty in that.
Okay.
Food is a commodity for like a luxury thing. Food has been made.
Luxury,
it's become a pleasure and a luxury, and food is to sustain you.
Yeah. It's
people used to always eat like a few
pleasurable.
times. Yeah, and a snack was like an apple or something, and it was like food portions are smaller, but people were like eating wholesome, homemade stuff several times throughout the day that was like always there.
Right.
But food wasn't as much of a commodity, and you didn't need it as much, and that's why people weren't as obese either, because they were doing more and like more resilient on needing less.
Yeah.
And now we're overloading and not exerting as much because we have all these convenient things that do all this shit for us.
Yeah, exactly. Like medications and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Like, here's a medication.
And things are so automated and industrialized and that here in America too. And it's like, that's a luxury too that I'm sure.
Dude, because I just am afraid of food. Like, honestly.
No, it gets scary.
I've
and
got
stuff makes me
like,
sick too.
Yeah, that's
another thing. We all have tummy issues. All of us millennials. Why do we all have tummy issues?
Yeah, it's like bad.
Yeah,
like real bad. Like, I mean,
How was that pizza pie?
Yeah. I'm to the point now
Mamma mia.
where I haven't in the past couple months. I haven't eaten anything that I can't recognize what the ingredient in it is, and if I don't know what it is, I Google it to see what it is. So like I mean I will say I've eaten like some gummy bears and stuff like that, but that probably had some like blue and red dye whatever. But like I'm eating just like I showed you like the oats overnights. Like I'm just eating fucking oats and eggs and bread and steak and like tomatoes and vegetables. Like I'm not eating anything that has a long list of fucking shit. I'm not doing it. Like period. And I haven't and I've lost a lot of weight, and I want to start working out to get my physique better, but the only thing that
all do.
The only thing that I take is I do take like the protein isolate powder. So I'm trying to get some mass. So that is the one thing that I take that has like a whole bunch of fucking shit in it. But the one that I take is supposed to be one of the better ones. But like, I'm doing the mushroom coffee that has like all the chaga and the L-theanine and the everyday dose stuff. I'm doing things like that, like a regimen.
A lot of pasta, a lot of beef.
Yes,
Mediterranean
that's what I
stuff,
did.
too.
Is I went and
It's
bought
good,
a
too.
bunch of spaghetti, and I bought a bunch of ground turkey, and I just made a bunch of spaghetti in portions, and then
load up on them carbs.
and then just literally, if I don't know what's in it, I'm not eating it.
No.
And that's like been my diet so far.
A lot of
my
cheese, man. Just go crazy with the cheese. Cheese is always good.
I got a
Cheese,
dairy.
eggs, and steak.
I'm like you. I got a dairy
that'll
thing.
burn.
I got
I
a
know.
dairy thing, dude. And it's like I just got to.
You love it, but how much do you want to love yourself that day?
I really like oat milk. I found this oat milk that's like this designer oat milk, and it's just really
That's
good.
what my mom said. The thing is back in California is nut milk. Everyone's crazy over fucking nut milk. Like everyone's just like, oh, we got almond nuts, we got cashew nuts, we got walnuts, we got
Cashew fucking
coconut.
milk is good as shit too, dude. But the thing is it takes like now I'm not a professional, but I've heard it takes like 2 to 3 gallons of water to make 1 gallon of
No shit.
of almond milk. So like that's like one of the problems with it.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. I'm not a professional. I could be wrong. Tag me in the comments and tell me I'm an idiot if I'm wrong. But I've heard that from a few people. So it's not necessarily the most sustainable thing, I guess. But like, just milk fucks me up. Like, and I love it.
Yeah, no, same here. No, I was a kid that was like, it was always, grandma and everyone else that I was with. It was like, oh, here's a glass with dinner. No, here's a glass with this.
Yeah,
no,
and I would
you're
get up in
thirsty,
the middle
your
of the
glass of
night
milk, or there's the
fucking-
hose or something, or there's a Kool-Aid or something if you get a couple of those.
Fridge with the fucking gallon of milk, chugging it.
Yeah,
at fucking
I'm
2
chugging
in the
it at
morning.
like 2 in the morning, and I still am, and it's like I
don't
still
know,
buy
what
like
is
2
it about
gallons, and it's like in
milk
a week they're gone.
What is it about milk that satisfies you? Like
I don't
that?
know. That
Like-
and cereal too. It's like a stoner thing.
Yeah.
Was it Rob Williams said, if it's past 10 a.m. and you're eating cereal, you're over the age of 12.
I've been
Marijuana made me involved.
I've been smoking weed since I remember. I literally
Being
I have
from California, it's just always a thing that's like, it's a vice like anyone else smoking cigarettes,
I think I was like
vaping.
7 or 8 years old the first
tobacco,
time I smoked
alcohol.
weed, and like never stopped unless the government made me. Like I don't understand why it's such an issue. Like
Yeah, no one ever really cared anywhere I'd been growing up.
they fucking care here. I have a medical card.
There's places where they do, yeah.
I have a medical card, and there's a doctor I'm seeing that doesn't want me to smoke weed, and I have a medical card because they say that it's worse.
No, they're always going to say, like, hey, edibles and that are better, or like the oils and that.
No,
you know,
they're
the
just nope.
topicals are
No,
just-
the doctor I'm seeing is like, no, you can't have any mood altering anything. It's
Yeah,
and I'll
there's
get
always
into
gonna be
that
doctors
another
that
time.
say
But
that. There's
it's like,
no,
dude, I
there's-
have a
there's
fucking
that
medical
too.
card.
It's-
I am prescribed this. My fucking weed container has a fucking prescription number and like a name and like
Yeah.
it's like a medication. It is my medication. I don't fucking get it, but anyway.
Sorry.
No, you're good. We're I'm gonna wrap it up here. Because we got through pretty much everything that we wanted to talk about.
Right.
We missed a few things, but we'll get it on the next one. So what I want to do is I want to talk to you and more and get into maybe this next podcast we do. We'll do our first horror themed podcast.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I don't know if anyone else would be interested in that.
I think a million bajillion people be interested in that.
Doing some cons and stuff, and just
Yeah.
taking over and just doing like some horror theme things.
We'll get the lighting low. We'll
Yeah.
light some candles, and then we'll talk. We'll do a topic, and we'll cover. We'll do like we'll both just do research and cover like a serial killer or something, or tell
Yeah,
me
that'd be cool.
you're
Find a
more
celebrity or
versed
something.
in the horror than me, so you gotta.
Oh no,
tell
I'm
me.
a big horror fanatic,
And I'll do my research
I do
and
a lot
I'll
of
write
cons
my
and
paper.
stuff, and yeah.
So-
No, there's all kinds of music stuff related to that. There's all kinds of content, mixed everywhere that involves travel. But everything you're familiar with, but we could throw that spooky edge on there.
Yeah. So let's do
Yeah.
let's do a horror podcast next. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, man.
Anything else before we sign off? You want to touch on anything?
It was great to be here, man.
Yeah. Did you have fun the first 5 hours before the?
Yeah, that was great. Yeah,
hour-long
sitting here
podcast
just being like
trying to fuck everything up?
yeah, trying to figure out,
Yeah, I
where's
fucked
that
all my
buzz
shit
coming
up.
from? Where's the audio coming from? Where's the audio not coming from?
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on here?
Guys, it's very fucking complicated to run a podcast.
Yeah,
just
to
so
figure
you
out how to
know,
hook everything up and
actually
get
do it
everything going.
correctly.
It's
And I fucked shit up because I updated stuff at the last minute, and I shouldn't have did that. So that,
like we've been recording for the past hour and a half. We're gonna do some playback and find out. Hey, we've
Yeah.
been muted the whole time.
Oh my god! I will let you punch me. I will let you punch
This
me.
has
if
been
that
muted the
happens.
entire time. This confession has meant absolutely nothing.
All right, and with that, let's do a cheers and
Cheers, blinker dinker.
all right. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you could please like, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. That would be really awesome. Zach and I are going to be doing our own segment. It's going to be mostly horror themed, but we're also going to do some other topics as well. It's not just going to be horror, but we are going to have a horror segment. And I hope that you guys will be looking forward to that because I've always wanted to do a horror segment. Wrong side. I mean, I have Courage the Cowardly Dog and Jason, and then Michael Myers right there. So I think it's appropriate.
Yeah.
That right there. Let's do that one more
Yeah.
time because that's gonna be the
Yeah.
thumbnail.
Thumbnail.
The thumbnail right there. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you so much.
right.
Please like and subscribe. Comment below. Dislike if you don't like. Like if you like. We'll catch you next time.
Later.
All right, I'm here with Zach. What's up, Zach? What's going on? We're doing a test. Can you hear the music? Can you hear the music? Can you hear everything inside?
Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Talk a lot.
Can you hear me? Can
Yes,
you hear me?
I
Can you hear me?
I can hear you good. I can hear you loud and clear. Now I want to see if I can hear you here. And I want to see, and we can also hear the music here.
Can you hear me, you
And-
schmuck? Can you hear me over there, you fruity biscuit?
You had to say something.
Ooh, oops. Zach.
Feeling good on a Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. It's Wednesday?
It's Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
have
Well,
no idea.
Zach and I had a pretty good idea. We decided that we wanted to talk about a few things, and those things are...
Music, life, technology, everyone. Let's talk about feelings.
Here's our final test. I'm here today with my guest, Zach. What's going on, Zach?
What's up, brother?
Known as Phantom.
Yeah.
This is actually one of his tracks you're listening to right now. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you pump it? Can you hear it? I love it.
Coming back.
Well, I'm here with Zach today, and we're talking about a couple of pretty cool topics I think you guys would appreciate if you're a musician. Talking about the state of music today.